Agents, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series. Open, Chicago with the lead. Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5, touchdown Bears!
Third time in 6 seasons, it's one goal indeed. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. And I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Really? Listen, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the shows page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Go to our shows page, like that page as well. And not only will you be liking Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll also be liking Shawn and Maya in the morning. Simple. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, already? Listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, and then click the notification button. That's the little bell right next to it, all right? That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. If you're watching us on our mobile app, yay. And if you didn't know, you better ask somebody. Come on, man. We have a mobile app. All right, you can take us with you on the go. So it doesn't matter where you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth, wherever you get them from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and Twitter, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to the rest of all articles, Chicago sports related. And if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, what? For real? Dude, we have our own Roku channel. Sports Zone Chicago has its own Roku channel. Come on now. What'd you follow miss? Listen, if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Okay? Go there, download the Sports Zone Chicago tile. Okay? Download it. Just put it smack Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, Prime, Showtime, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, or it's just Max now. Max. Put us right there. All right? And do us a big favor. Do us a solid. If you have more than one Roku device in the house, download it to all the Roku devices in the house. Even if it's in the kids' room, where you're most likely not going to watch it because they're always watching the cartoons and stuff like that. That's fine. Just download it to that. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me, personally online, you want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, the Snapper, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, well, you can just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. We have a phenomenal show for you. Phenomenal. But we need you to get interactive with us. Listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here. And guess what? I'll incorporate it into the show and it will be part of it. Just, you know what? In your participation. That's what makes this the best Chicago sports talk show around, is you. So let's see what's going on in the chat line. We jumping already? Woo! Let's see. Cornelius Squall's in the house. What up? Yesterday was a great day. The Bears got Ngakwe and the Cubs win again. I don't know about the Cubs, Cornelius. You better watch yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. He got his little Cubs hearts. Oh, que lindo. Michelle Walls in the Mickey Ficky house. What's up, Papa? Patty, Lara in the house. It is Happy Friday, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And my man, Armando Emeterio, Lara Jr. He's in the house. Junior, what's up, Papa? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Lavette Lee, she's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Oh, my man, Luis Mejia. What's up, baby? Rise and grind. Flexo Friday, baby. CrossFit Games. The CrossFit Games are this week. They started yesterday, today. Yeah, CrossFit Games up in Madison, Wisconsin. So if you're a CrossFitter, it's actually a pretty good time from what I've heard. I haven't been there. Probably have to. I would love to go sometime, but I always got shit to do. Always got stuff to do, man. I've been busy. Luis, you like it too, huh? Yes, sirree, Bob. I like it. I like it a lot. And if my man Armando Emeterio, Lara Jr., if my guy Junior's watching and Patty's watching, you know what? That means Jeremiah and Armando Emeterio, Lara the fourth are watching. Jeremiah and Dito. Good morning, boys. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, man, we have a lot to talk about. At 9:30, we're going to talk baseball. Baseball talk. Cubs are hot. Cubs are in playoff mode. White Sox are not. They're not in playoff mode. They're in, let's get the hell out of here and call it a new year and see who's with this team at the end of the summer, at the end of the offseason, and who's not. It's just, there's really nothing much left to say. This White Sox team is abysmal. They're poor. But we're going to talk a little baseball at 9:30. 10 o'clock, a lot of Bears talk. And we're going to highlight it. We're going to preview it during the top of the morning segment. We got some stuff there, and I am, you know what, Junior? Shut up. Junior's a big Cub fan. And his son Mondo is a huge Cub fan too. Well, because Junior, he brainwashed the kid into that nonsense. But for the first time, Mondo was talking shit yesterday on our thread. For the first time, that was funny. Quite funny. Quite funny. We've had that thread for well over a year, and that's the first time Mondo has ever talked shit about anyone on the Sox or the Sox. First time. Actually, it was Dylan Cease, is what he said. But I'm excited, man. We have a lot of good stuff to talk about. It's going to be one heck of a show. So sit back, relax, and strap it down, as our old friend Hawk Harrelson used to say. Because you know how we do, guys. You know what up. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
The first top of the morning topic. Guess we got to start there. Cubs. Cubs with a big win yesterday over the first place, now second place Cincinnati Reds at the friendly confines. Smacked them around 5-3 yesterday. Jameson Taillon he got the win. He's 6-6 on the season. He went 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 punch out. Albert Alzolay, he gets to save his 13th of the season with an inning and a third. No runs, no hits, no walks, 2 punch-outs. Ian Happ was 1 for 2, you see, with a double, his 23rd, driving in his 50th of the season. The Candyman, Jaime Candelario, he was 1 for 3 with an RBI, his 54th. And the belly bomb himself, baby. He was 1 for 4 with an RBI, his 51st of the season. Cubs took 3 out of 4, and now have a 3-game winning streak. They're in playoff mode. Nothing more, nothing less. They are in playoff mode. They have they've come together. They understand the magnitude of this moment, and there's no wasted effort by anyone on this team. Anyone. Pitchers, catchers, it's everything. This is what a team should look like. All right, everybody on one page. Everybody with the same goal in mind. Everybody doing whatever they have to do to get to the playoffs. And mind you, trust me, they're talking, okay, let's get the wild card. They ain't going for the wild card. They're not going for the wild card. They're headed for the division. They want the division. They want the division. All right. They just took 2 out of 3. I'm sorry, 3 out of 4. When they started the season or series, the first place Reds. Now the Reds are in second place. All right. They climbed to 2.5 games back of the Brewers. And you know what? All you can do is play who's against you. Play who's on your schedule. All right. The Cubs continue an 8-2 stretch over the last 10 games. They've won 3, 2.5 back. They are well within striking distance of the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay. We got to talk about these jokers anymore. Oh, I do. Next top of the morning, top of the Cubs open a 3-game set at home at the friendly confines. They welcome the team with the best record in baseball, the Atlanta Braves, at Wrigley. Kyle Hendricks is on a bump today for the Cubs. He's 4-5 with a 3.49 ERA. He's going up against Max Fried, who's 2-1 with a 2.08 ERA. This is a big weekend series. The Cubs just climbed to 2.5 back of the division lead, and now they have a team with the best record in baseball coming to town. All right, this is going to be a battle of heavyweights. Okay, the what a way to get it started. The professor today. Yeah. And that's a 1:20 game. That's this afternoon. So you want to catch some daytime baseball? I suggest you head down to Clark and Addison. Pay for overpriced tickets because they'll probably be sold out. So you're going to have to go through a secondary, get them off the secondary market. But it'll be a good game. I think it's going to be a great series. I think the Cubs need to take 2 out of 3 from this. They need to take 2 out of 3 of every series for the rest of the season. 2 out of 3 or 3 out of the worst they can do in a 4-game series is split. That's the least they can do. They need to have 3 out of 4. But they're rolling. They're rolling, and they're rolling at the right time. Well, the next top of the morning topic, my good guys. Yeah, my good guys, they fall. They fall to the Texas Rangers 5-3 down in Texas. Toussaint, he got the loss. He's 1-4. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 9 punch outs. Gavin Sheets was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs, the 27th and 28th of the season. TA is back, baby. I'm telling you, he was 2 for 5 yesterday. Andrew Benintendi was 2 for 5, and Oscar Colas was 2 for 4. Tim Anderson is looking good, man. After the All-Star break, Tim Anderson is looking good. Very similar to the Tim Anderson that we knew and loved for the past 3 or 4 seasons. Tim Anderson is ready to go into this offseason and prepare for 2024. Well, keeping with the White Sox, the next top of the morning topics, the White Sox travel to the land. They travel to Cleveland, play the Guardians for a weekend set. Mike Clevenger is on the bump for the good guys. He's 4-4 with a 3.590 ERA. Logan Allen, he's 4-4 as well with a 3.70 ERA. Got to head over there to the land. You know, Cleveland is in second place, 2.5 back, and they're 3 games under 500. That just tells you how bad this division is. Minnesota is in first place, and they're only 2 games over 500. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This goes to show the embarrassment that is the NL Central. That's all it is. Every day, it's an embarrassment. Levette Lee, don't you start, Missy. Don't you start. All right, Patty, enough with that nonsense. Yeah, because I got to hear about it from Cub fans like Junior and Patty and now Mondo and a lot of my other Cub fan friends. Oh, man. You guys you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Killing me. But I wonder what they play for. See, I played football and I was on very, very, very few teams. Most of the teams, just about all the teams I played for made the playoffs. All right. So I don't know what it's like. I can't give you a good frame of reference for what it's like to play for a team that's not going to the postseason. I can't. I haven't been on. I don't think I've ever been on one. One where they were eliminated a couple of times, but it was like the last week of the season or the last 2 weeks. All right, we were eliminated. So yeah, and then don't forget, football is a weekly sport. Okay, it's weekly. Unlike baseball or basketball, baseball is daily. I mean, you play 5-6 games a week. So, when you still have the rest of August to go and you're out of the hunt, your season is over after the last regular season game, how do you go about your business? How do they do that? Are they professional? I mean, I guess it's kind of like anything. I guess you're going to have your pros, the guys who go out there and give it all you got. And then you're going to have your jagbags who check out early. They're like, okay, well, we suck. We're not going to the playoffs. Play this last month. I'll collect my checks, stack them in the bank, and then go back to the Dominican Republic, Miami, Puerto Rico. Can't go back to Cuba. I can't do that. And just start training for the off season. I don't know. That's a good question. You know what? I'll see if we'll try and get some White Sox players in the off season. We'll try. Because I want to know. This show is a disappointment. How did you go about, at the trade deadline? All right, you saw them shipping out all these people, all those pitchers, and then the burger bomb, cheeseburger, Aziz calls him, one of the most exciting players on his team. His story is amazing. Fan favorite, Love Chicago. Him and his wife love Chicago. I believe they just welcomed their first child recently. And he gets traded. What does that do to the locker room, or baseball? It's a clubhouse. What does that do to the clubhouse? Because I don't know. But we'll delve into that later. Moving on. The next top of the morning topic. This has got me fired the freak up. The Bears have done it, baby. The Bears have done it. The Bears have signed defensive end Yannick Ngakoue to a 1-year, $10.5 million deal with $10 million of it being guaranteed. Let me tell you, Chicago is very, very happy. Bear fans are livid, are out of control. They're not livid. They're out of control. They're beside themselves. We have a pass rusher that we need. We have a guy that is going to allow us to put pressure on the quarterback. Now, mind you, I'm not putting him in the Super Bowl, but man, oh man, oh man, is it nice to see that we finally have a dude. He's averaged more than 9 sacks per season over his career. He had 9.5 for the Colts last year. This is wow. I can't tell you how excited I am. I can't. I cannot put into words the magnitude of my excitement for this signing. This is going to help the defense a lot. Remember, Walker, the guy they signed, he was another defensive end. He had a career high in sacks last year as well. And not that it was a crazy number, or you look, oh, he's going to, not going to Canton, of course. However, he had 7 sacks last year. Remember what I was saying. Remember what I had been saying to this point about what they're doing with the interior. They've built that interior to the point where quarterbacks aren't going to be able to step up very much. Okay? They're not going to be able to step up in the pocket and follow through. It's going to be a problem for some quarterbacks, for all quarterbacks. Okay? If you can't step up, and now we have a guy that we feel is going to put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks after we just revamped our linebacker core into one of the top, easily top 10 in the league. You just added to and upgraded your secondary, which was the strength of the team last year. Junior, you said, what does it mean for Gibson? It means he's got to work. It means he has got to go to work. He has got to show out. He has got to produce. This is a performance-based business. Sorry. You've got, if Gibson doesn't have sacks, Gibson has to have a lot of hurries. Gibson has to cause a quarterback to one, move from his spot, and 2, throw the ball a little earlier than he wants. Because if that's the case, guess what? That secondary, they'll do the rest. They'll do the rest. But what have I been saying? What have we talked about, my man? There is competition now. Competition. You got Walker. All right, now you're just signing Ngakoue. Gibson wants some time too. Don't forget Terrell Lewis. He wants to show that he's a first round talent. Oh yeah, we have competition, folks. We have competition. And I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. What'd you say, Junior? I saw a guy complaining the Bears DTs have size. What are they doing? I said they're playing 4-3 and need DTs. Yes. Yeah. Don't worry if people don't understand that. You got to understand everybody doesn't know football at a high level. A lot of times you have to remember the comments that people make are indicative of the level of which to which they understand football. And I don't want to say meatball, but the more emotional based questions are people who don't have a high football IQ. And I'm not demeaning anybody. I'm saying that you haven't played it at a high level or coached at a high level or both. So you look at it a little different. So your questions are going to be a little different. What are you saying, Cornelius? It's too early to give up on Dominic Robinson or Terrell Lewis. So maybe it is Gibson. Well, Gibson's got to show out, man. He's got to show out. You know, he had a lot of promise when he first came out. People were really excited about him. And then last year he had a setback year. He had a setback year. So what's he going to do now? I don't know. We're going to find out. But you know what? The great part about it is there's so much talent. He's got to figure it out quick. He's got to figure it out quick because if his play doesn't live up to the play of Yannick Ngakoue, Walker, or even Terrell Lewis, you're going to be the odd man out. So hopefully he should have got the message, and hopefully for his sake, he's able to produce. He's able to produce at a level that makes the coaches stay up late at night. Well, how do we get him in? How do we get this guy in? We can't. He's getting, 4 or 5 pressures a game. Give me 3 or 4. 3 or 4 pressures a game. And if those pressures are key and they're on third down, wow. And those pressures cause to interceptions. Those pressures cause to turnover on downs because most of them may be on third down. Man, there's that alone will get him some money when the time comes. But more importantly, it'll get him playing time. But it'll increase his playing time. So you got a lot to play for. Gibson has a lot to play for. We're going to see how it plays out. And the last top of the morning topic, football is back, baby. Oh, man, let me tell you. So watching the game last night, I had a smile from ear to ear. From ear to ear. Football has returned. The Cleveland Browns defeated the New York Jets 21. What was that? Oh my goodness. I apologize. I'm gonna take that down. What's wrong with you? You got to remember, sometimes I got fat fingers. I got big fingers, so silly me. All right, we're good. 21-16. Aaron Rodgers did not play. I hope you weren't expecting or looking for him because he's not going to play. It was even to the point where he didn't even dress. No. You are not even thinking. We're not even thinking about you dressing. There's no way you can kind of sneak into the game at one particular point. You are not even dressing. So he was in civvies on the sideline. But that means from here on out, every week, there's football. Every week. The Bears kick off their season, the preseason schedule on the 12th. But every week from now till late January, early February, there'll be football on. how great a feeling it is. How great a feeling it is. Well, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. And on the other side of the break, we're going to have some baseball talk. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the Army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Here comes the 2-2. Line drive down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball bouncing off the sidewall. Nico going for two. There's going to be a play. The throw by Fraley, second base. The tag safe at second base. It was right in front of Nico. Now Weaver's pitch. Line drive toward right base hit. This is going to tie the game. Happ is going to go for two. The throw by Fraley to second base. Offline. It's a double. Ball game tied 1-1. Here's the pitch to Bellinger. Swinging a line drive, right field base hit. The Cubs are going to take the lead. Fraley gets it back in. Coming in to score, Nico Holmes in the game. Gomes hits a fly ball to right. This will drive in the run. Fraley back near the warning track makes the catch. Here comes Dansby Swanson to score. Cubs lead.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Cubs with a big win yesterday. We talked about it. They're in playoff mode, but they have to be. Oh, I love this tea. But they have to be. All right, they need to approach every series with a sense of urgency, and they are. So this is what culture does. This is what, when you have a culture that's been set by a manager, expectations are set. This is what you do. This is what you do. All right. You understand that your postseason lives weigh in the balance every day. And there's really one only acceptable outcome for you to continue to remain, for them to remain in the balance before you are eliminated. And because of the weak division, it would take a big losing streak to eliminate you. But they're not even thinking that. They're not even thinking that. They're thinking we're winning today. Period. The hell with what Milwaukee does. The hell with what Cincinnati does. Although they were playing Cincinnati, we're here to face and beat whoever we have on the schedule today. And for the past 4 days, it's been Cincinnati, and they've taken 3 out of 4. Pitching has been good, very good. Offense has been timely, putting up crazy, was it 36 runs in 2 games? Game 2 and 3, 36 runs. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? After they scored 20 in game 2, you're like, oh man, I said, you gotta save some. Don't blow your load here in one game, and then don't have an offensive output the rest of the series, and they're like, hold my beer. Hold my beer. And they come back with 16 the next day. I mean, yeah, they only scored 5 yesterday, but man, let's not forget Cincinnati was a first place team. When they started the series, they were a first place team. And the Cubs methodically went to work on them. Methodically went to work. This Cub team can make a lot of noise in the playoffs. I don't think they can get to the World Series. There's a team that's coming in today that might have something to say about it, the Atlanta Braves. But man, this Cubs team could possibly win a series and get to the divisional round. At that point, all bets are off. All bets are off because you don't have to be the best team. The best team doesn't always win the World Series. Nope. Hate to break that to you. The hottest team usually wins the World Series. Usually. And if it's the best team that happens to be the hottest team, yeah, well, watch out, because that's going to be one hell of a buzzsaw you don't want to run into in the postseason, either American or national. Doesn't matter what division. Can the Cubs be the hottest team? 3 in a row, took 3 out of 4 from the first place Cincinnati Reds. The Cubs have come out after this All-Star break. The Cubs have been ridiculous. You talk about refocused, everybody focused, everyone on the same page, everything. You know how the Blackhawks model one goal? They got one goal: get to the playoffs, or maybe win the division. Because if you win the division, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You automatically go to the playoffs. Their starting pitching has been stout, has been stellar. Brandon Schutz, good morning. No, we're not talking about that team. The starting pitching has been stellar. Okay, yes, they missed Marcus Stroman, but man, they've held it down since he's been out. They've held it down. The key hits are unbelievable. Ian Happ, what do you have? His 51st RBI? Hold on, let me see. Ian Happ is 50th RBI. Cody Bellinger, his 51st. Cody Bellinger has 51 RBIs, and he missed a month of the season. Let me say that again. Cody Bellinger has 51 RBIs. It's pretty close to tops on his team. I mean, Candelario has 54, but all of his didn't come with the Cubs. Bellinger has 51. It's the top. He's one of the top RBI producers on this team, and he missed a month of the season. A month. Where would this guy's numbers be if he didn't get injured? Where? They'd be freakish right now. They would be freakish. He'd have about 25, close to 30 home runs. 50 yard. 60, 65, 70 RBIs right now. If he didn't miss that month, he missed a month and he still has 51 ribbies. This dude, I implore the Cubs to make the best offer, counter, and make sure they counter every offer. That any offer that anyone gives Cody Bellinger in the offseason, you got to sign this guy. You have to sign this guy. It's a hell of a way to move forward with someone like that in your lineup every day. Hell of a way to move forward. And it shows your fan base that you care. It shows your fan base you want to win. You started that already by being buyers. You brought in Jeimer Candelario. Okay. Fans are like, oh, okay, we're buyers now. We're bringing people in to help us. That's what we want. Now continue that. Sign Cody Bellinger. He's going to have a lot of offers. I'm scared to think. 200, 300 million? Is that where his price range is going to be? What is end of the season numbers going to be this season? If he's got 51 ribbies already after missing a month, wow. But you got the Braves coming to town today, and you know what? That's a phenomenal barometer. Phenomenal check. Heat check. Best team in baseball coming to your backyard. And you know, I'll tell you one thing, they ain't scared. Cubs are not scared. They are fired up to face them. But this is what you want, because you know what? If you beat them 2 out of 3, that sends a message. That sends a message. And if we meet in the playoffs, we ain't scared. I ain't scared. My teammates ain't scared. I'm just playing with you. They're not scared. That sends a big message to the Atlanta Braves if they take 2 out of 3. God forbid the Cubs sweep. God for freaking bid. But if you take 2 out of 3 from the Braves, yeah, you're letting them know we got you. We got your number. So when if they face in the playoffs, the Cubs will have nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, no anxiety, nothing. They know they beat this team already 3 in a row. If they get a sweep. Or they beat them 2 out of 3. Cubs in a great position. Great position. Good guys on the other side. Man. Continue to be a joke. Continue to be an embarrassment to Sox fans. It's all it is. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. When are we going to, here's the crazy part. You have Rick Hahn, who's going over this rebuild, going to be in charge of this, and he screwed up this one. And I don't think he screwed up by the players. He screwed up by the manager. And the first manager wasn't even his choice. And I'm talking Tony La Russa. That wasn't his. That was handpicked by the owner himself. It's my toy. I'm going to play with it the way I want. Tony, get over here. Get over here. And they got him. He went to the playoffs with Tony. Then the second year, he got sick. There's nothing going on the South Side right now that is positive. Just traded your favorite player, fan favorite, Jake Berger. I guess the only positive thing, so let me take that back. Almost nothing. It's positive on the South Side. TA looks like he's coming back. 2 for 5 against last night. Okay, give me that. Give me that, TA. Going oppo a lot, which is great. Going to center, back up the middle, or to right center. I like it. 2 for 4 yesterday. No big hits, no driving in runs. Or did he drive in one run? I want to say no. No, he didn't drive in a run. But that's okay. He can be a run that's driven in. He needs to get on when he gets on those base paths. He needs to start tearing them up, going base station to station. There's no reason Tim Anderson on an infield hit, a single, a walk, hit by pitch. There's no reason he shouldn't be on third at some time in the next batter or two. Next batter or two. Next, he's got to go now. Call me crazy, and I've been called worse. But man, you got to get these guys running. You got to get these guys moving. I've seen a couple games. You had a guy bunt to the right side to get runners on first and second over to second and third, and it's awesome. I love it. But there's more fundamental baseball that needs to be played. That can be implemented. You know, it's I don't know what's going to happen in Cleveland. I'm scared. I'm not scared. I'm anxious to see how it plays out. I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind 2 out of 3. I think that would be a great series stealing of a series. But I think Cleveland's too focused, too wound up, too close to the lead of the division for them to be screwing around. All right, they're 2.5 games back. 2.5 games back. Cleveland is they're in playoff mode as well. They're in playoff mode as well, and they're like the Cubs. They're going to work, getting up early and often. Early and often. Yeah. So I look at how these guys are going to finish the season. Are you going to finish it as a professional? Are you going to give everything you got? I understand if you don't. I don't respect it, but I get it. I get it. Either your same home ballpark and shit ain't changed. We travel on the road. Shit ain't changed. And you're like, how soon before this season's over so I can get back to Florida or Arizona or DR or Puerto Rico or Vegas? How soon before I can get there? So I can take a month off and swim and get fat and then start training again for next season. I would worry about TA most of the time, but I'm not this year. And here's why. I think TA wants to finish strong. And it's evident. It's evident. Look at his numbers. Since coming back from the All-Star break. He's getting a hit a game, 2 hits a game. He's going back up the middle, opposite field, like we just mentioned. This guy's getting hits the way old Tim Anderson used to get hits. And that's a phenomenal, phenomenal sight for Sox fans. for one of two reasons. If some people don't like him and they want him gone, well, it's a phenomenal site for you guys because he's increasing his trade value. And if he doesn't go, for all of those who want Tim to stay, he's increasing his value here as well. But I need to see more from Eloy, Lewis Robert. And I know he's got 25, 26 homers. I want to see him take off. You know, when you see a guy, a player, doesn't matter what sport, and they have that superstar potential, like you want, like you're cheering for them, like get there. You have talent that not a lot of other people in this league, on your team or in this league or your division have. Like maximize it. And it seems like he's not. There's an aura about you. There's an energy about you when you decide to do something. When you decide to be the best. There's an aura, and not only when you decide, but also all your actions lead toward that. There's an aura. I hope we see that aura with him this offseason. Because if he comes back locked in, this is the earliest I've ever seen him locked in. This baseball season. Never saw him locked in early. Nope. Not till this year. And look what this guy is doing. Mama, there go that man again. There go that man again. So I'm wondering how or who's going to take Lubab. Who's going to take Yo-Yo? You got to package him in a deal. And yes, I still love Yohan Moncada. And yes, I still think he can be great. But he has to want to do it. And I don't think he does. I don't think he does. You have the ability. You are the number one prospect in all of Major League Baseball. 2016, 2017, 2018, somewhere in there. The number one prospect in all of baseball. Where's that talent now? Where's that talent now? You know, he's making $25 million next year. It's a lot of money, but it's definitely not upper echelon money, but it's a lot of money, especially a lot of money for the White Sox, especially the way they like to throw money around or don't. Come on, Yo-Yo. I'm rooting for this kid because I like him. I like his swagger. I like I like it. I couldn't agree more, Michon. We're making 25 mil. 25 sitting on 25 mil. But it doesn't mean he can't produce. Doesn't mean he won't produce. He's got to decide. And that's what I don't understand. Like, I'd love to talk to him and be like, hey, bro, what's going on? What's going on over there? You know, he had an issue with his son, trying to get him over. I think that was cleared up, so he should be better. Is he going through something on a personal side that's affecting his professional life? What's he doing? This is just I'm tired of talking about him. I really am. Not just today. I mean, in this week, last week, next week. I'm already tired of talking to White Sox for next week. I'm tired of talking about them next week. It's crazy. That's how far they've fallen. How bad this team is in dire need of this town needs an enema. So we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we're going to talk a little Bears, baby. A little Bears. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Field. With time. Delivers down the field. And Cowboys. Still running. Made one way. Fields stumbling. Trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Order up. Thank you. When I want to give up, I try to focus on getting to the next minute, then the next hour, and the next day.
It might not seem like it right now, but there are people out there like me who want to listen and support you for the long haul.
And I found someone to talk to, someone who listened.
You are not alone.
Hey, this is Dr. J, and I listen to Shawn and Maya in the morning.
Dancing in trouble, and they bring him down from behind. 35 on the ground, first play of the third. Hurts his hit as he tried to throw it. The ball knocked free, and the Colts have it. And going out with a purpose. He wants a long throw back across the field. Left of the screen, and Dan Moore, the left tackle, he pushes him back. And as soon as he feels that Pickett's stuck it, Ngakwe gets another. On him, and he's got his hand in the ground, but just totally miscommunicated.
Kirk Cousins is going to tell his kids about getting knocked down.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox and CBS. That's our man. That's our man. That's our man's. Listen, I'll tell you something. I think this was a great deal for both parties. You got a 1-year prove-it deal. All right? You got a good amount of change, Papa. 1 year, 10.5. 10 of it is guaranteed. 10 of it. Listen. Yes, just look at that picture. You saw the pass rush. You saw the relentlessness. You saw it. This guy is a pass rushing specialist. averaging over 9 sacks every year over his career. This has got me fired up. This has got me really fired up. Haha, my man checking in. Brandon Levinson from the West Coast. What's up, Papa? You must be, like the rest of us Bear fans, ecstatic over this signing. Ecstatic. So here's my question. What are these jamokes, these guys who don't know shit about football and are covering the Bears and doing Bear stuff? What are they going to say now? Because the first thing that's come out of their mouth is, well, we haven't addressed the edge position. I'd be happier if we got the edge. What are you going to say now? Can you finally give the Bears some credit? Give an optimistic perspective? You know what we said? You know what everybody said? Everyone said you could not address all your needs in one offseason. Remember that? Well, guess what? That's bullshit. Because Ryan Poles just did it. He just did it. Starting right tackle, done. Upgrade the offensive line in addition to that. Nate Davis, although he hasn't practiced yet, done. Moving Tevin over to the left side. The two best run blockers on the left side, him and Braxton Jones. Upgraded center, competition at center. Done. If you wanted to call, say the secondary needed upgraded, okay, done. Linebacking core, upgraded, done. Defensive line, upgraded, done. Dexter. Zach with 2 C's, Pickens. D. Walker, and I'm telling you, this Gervon Dexter is a man-child. He's baby Huey. For all my people who are old enough, he's baby Huey. Although a lot more defined, a lot more ripped. Brandon, stop with your nonsense. Nobody cares. No one cares about that cheating ass team. Fuck them. Sorry. It's messing with you, Brandon. But hey, let's not forget. You got Yannick, Pickens, Dexter, and D. Walker. Let's not forget, you could bring in Noah Sewell as well. Have him come off the edge or do a twist with a D walk with Yannick. Have him do a twist, stunts, twists, and stunts, and oh my! Because Noah Sewell has come off the corner, has rushed the quarterback. They've lined him up on the end the line of scrimmage and brought him. Coach Williams is going to have a plethora of options. Dominique Robinson, Terrell Lewis. I want to let's not forget those guys. What if those guys, you put those guys in a pass rush? So what if you have in your NASCAR package there, Brandon? Yeah, Yannick, Terrell Lewis, Noah Sewell, and Walker. Have Walker and Yannick on the outside. Have them. You know what? Yeah. have I can see Pickens on the inside the left, inside the defensive end, step up, let him come inside. Young Buck go outside. 2 twists. 2 ET or ELB twists. There's a lot. What are these people going to talk about now? Now it's like, oh, well, Justin Fields. You know, it's always negative with Bears media. Always. Always. And some of the questions are legitimate. Some of them are legitimate. But when is it going to stop? When are you going to say, hey, the Bears have upgraded? Well, we're going to see what they're going to do. Well, no shit, Sherlock. One of these Jamos going to say, hey, listen, the Bears address all their needs in one offseason. Because what have they not accomplished? Just because you didn't get a generational 3-tech doesn't mean you didn't address the need. You got Javon Dexter and Zach with 2 C's Pickens, along with Billings, along with Bell. You just signed 2 more defensive tackles. You have competition. You got the 3-tech, the 1-tech, and the 3-tech. You've addressed that. The sneaky signing we had of Terrell Lewis last year at the end of the season. No one saw it. I was like, ooh, watch this guy. Let's watch him. When are we going to start talking good about our Bears? I get it. They sucked last year, but they threw in the towel. They said, we're going to take a step back in order to take 5 steps forward. Got the number 1 overall pick. Thank you, Coach Lovey. Parlayed that into a stud wide receiver. And let me ask you a question. I'm going to get back to the defense. Who's to say that DJ Moore can't be in the Justin Jefferson category of wide receivers? Who's to say that? Would Justin Jefferson be as good if he didn't have Joe Burrow? Because if your answer to that is no, wait till Justin Fields and DJ Moore hit the field. You know, people are so quick to quantify, oh, he's not as good as him. He's not good as him. Do you understand why someone can't produce? This is not basketball. You can take all the shots in the world, Kobe. Rest in peace. It's not baseball where it's one-on-one. When you're on offense, it's one-on-one. Me versus the pitcher. Can I get the best of this pitcher? Who's to say that? Who's to say DJ Moore can't propel himself to the top of the league as far as wide receivers? Who's to say that? Would Jamar Chase be as good if he wasn't playing? Did I say Burrow? I think I did say Burrow with Justin Jefferson. With Kirk Cousins. They played together a couple of years. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Would Jamar Chase be as productive if Joe Burrow, his college teammate, wasn't throwing to him? Would he be? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, Justin and DJ Moore, what have I been telling you? They are what each other needs. They're exactly what each guy needs to each other. Why aren't people talking about that? Why aren't people talking about why can't you know what? D Rose. Why not? Why can't I be the youngest MVP? Why not? Why can't DJ Moore jump to be one of the top 2 or 3 or 4 receivers in the NFL? Why not? Cornelius, there's a lot of competition on that O-line. Just look at the center position. You got Whitehair, Patrick, and Kramer. Kramer. Giddy up. All my Seinfeld friends. You'll know what I'm talking about. You got the Tyree Carter. You got Alex Leatherwood. Still got Larry Borum. Larry Borum started. People were giving him shit, but he had a couple of really nice games. All of a sudden, you don't think that a Larry Borum, a Tyree Carter, and Alex Leatherwood, you don't think they're competing? You don't think they want? You realize when you're backup, chances are you're fighting for your, usually. You're going to be fighting for your NFL career. I know that DJ Moore is better than Stephon Diggs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, here's where was it? This is crazy. This is crazy. Watch this. One of the things that here we go. One of the things, here's a stat that they brought up. I wish I would have. I wish I would have had it better. Here we go. There we go. Trying to. Oops. So here's the thing. The first season after a team acquired a wide receiver, so Josh Allen, in 2020, they got him. So in 2019, the previous rank, his QBR was 24th out of 32 teams. In 2020, they get Stephon Diggs. His QBR, 3rd. In 2022, so in 2021, Jalen Hurts, 19th best QBR. The year they get A.J. Brown, 4th. Same 2 years, in 2022. So in 2021, Tua Tagovailoa, 18th in QB ranking. They get Tyreek Hill. He goes from 18th to 3rd. So you got Tua at 3rd, Jalen Hurts 4th. Justin Fields in 2022, he had the pedestrian wide receiver, the receiving core, and that's an insult to pedestrian wide receiving course. He had a 17th ranked QBR. And remember, we played Greeny's. We played Greeny's take. From week 8 this past season, from week 8 to the end of the season, Justin Fields had the 4th best QBR in the game. Fourth best QBR in the game. And this was a shit wide receiving room, which is probably an insult to shitty wide receiving rooms, the receiving room we had last year. So why aren't you talking about this? Why are people talking about this? Because everyone wants to be negative Nancy, but I'm talking about it. Because if it's just as easy for the Bears to be bad and you to go down a bad path as it is for us to think about them going down a good path. So last year, Justin Fields' QBR was 17th, and this year he got DJ Moore. Where's it going to be? Josh Allen got Stephon Diggs, went from 24th to 3rd. In QBR, Jalen Hurts got A.J. Brown, went from 19th to 4th. Tua got Tyreek, the Cheetah, and went from 18th to 3rd. Where is Justin Fields going to jump to? 1, 2? Three? Stay in top 5? So this is what you call spinning. This is what you call your own net when there's a narrative out there for you. When you have an agenda. When you have an agenda, you're going to make up shit. You're not going to talk about the quarterbacks and the upward trajectory that Justin Fields was on. You're going to focus on he's 5-20 in all of his starts. He's a fumble machine. He's a turnover machine. Picks, fumbles, strips. You're going to focus on that shit. But you know who's not focusing on it? Defensive coordinators. You know who's not focusing on it? Opposing teams. Because they know what this guy can do. They're playing against this guy every single week. And they're not saying, oh, Justin Fields is poor. Justin Fields, dude, they are saying he's one of the best quarterbacks I've seen. As far as a running quarterback, probably the best running quarterback I've seen. Now that he's got help, watch him be a phenomenal passing quarterback. He's done it at every level. Why is he going to stop now? He has that mentality. He has that grind. He has that Mamba mentality. That Jordan mentality where all he wants to do is get better. All he wants to do is dominate. But you're not going to hear that from a lot of people. I'm glad Mike Greenberg did his little thing. Do we still have that? Or Steve, would you take that down? I'm gonna have him put it back up. Man, I'm tired of people talking down about our Bears, and they're using numbers to fool you. Numbers can be manipulated any way they want to fit an agenda. You see that? They can be used and manipulated any way. Come on, feels. Uh-oh. I gotta send this. But you want to use the numbers there, but then you don't want to use these numbers about Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa. You don't want to use those to show what Justin could possibly do. You just want to show what Justin hasn't done. Notice they're not talking about what he's going to do. Oh, they're not saying that. Listen, when you put in the work, and I'm talking to a lot of football people here on this thread, watching this show right now. When you put in a lot of work, you see the benefits. That's not just football, that's life. That's not just football, that's life. But we're sticking with football. Justin Fields has had these guys with him in Georgia, in Florida, wherever the hell he's working. He's working out. He's got Cole Kmet. He's got Darnell Mooney. He's got DJ Wright. He had Chase Claypool, Robert Tonyan. He had his boys there. And you don't think that chemistry matters? Look what it did to Cole Kmet last year. 7 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney on pace for his best season as a pro until he got hurt. But no one's talking about that. So now when I say 10 wins and people say, oh, you're crazy, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. We've upgraded every single position. Listen, what position did we not upgrade? Put it in the chat. If you think there's a position we did not upgrade, let me know. I'm not talking about depth. We got to get some depth. But what position, what starting group did we not upgrade? What starting position? Let's watch this thing with Greenberg. I'm telling you, this is the most succinct analysis of Justin Fields coming up this year. Watch it.
I would like to take a moment to remind you of a young man that I fear you may have forgotten. Once upon a time, he was the #1 prospect in his high school class. He was a spot ahead of Trevor Lawrence. Then he threw 67 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in college and led his teams to the playoff both seasons that he started. Of course, you know who I'm talking about. He's Justin Fields. And it's understandable if all those things have slipped your mind based on what has happened since. Because starting in week 7 last season, while he was running for his life and throwing to a receiving core that can at best be called pedestrian, Fields had the 4th best QBR in the league, behind only Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Josh Allen. The people of Chicago have been waiting all of their lives, like a century plus, for what they are finally about to have. Write it down. Justin Fields is going to be the next superstar quarterback in the NFL.
What have you been telling you? What have all of us been all the football people? What have they been telling you about Justin Fields? What have they been telling you? What have we been telling you? I'm not going to speak for any other people because I'm going to speak for myself. What have I been telling you? You see the work this kid puts in? First in, last out, every day. You saw that his teammates, man, I get there early. Justin's car is there. I'm leaving late. His car's still there. This guy's in there watching film upon film upon film upon team, defensive coordinator upon defensive coordinator, upon player. He's breaking down every single thing from a defensive coordinator to a linebacking position to a specific player, from this safety to that safety, from this corner to that corner to this slot. He is breaking it down. So when come on Sunday, he knows exactly what you, and you are doing on plays. And he can act accordingly. All those people who want to be negative Nancy's, go ahead. And here's their say, well, I just had to see it. What? We're telling you that we're showing you what he's doing to improve. Well, I didn't see it first. He had to come on, man. Let that PTSD from being a Chicago Bear fan all our lives, let it go. Because we didn't, as much as Trubisky had that 6 touchdown game against Tampa Bay. What did he finish? 12-4. Did you have the feeling of Mitch Trubisky that you have for Justin Fields now? Did you? And Justin hasn't even thrown 6 touchdowns in the game yet. You didn't have that same feeling. Because you see the talent. You see the talent disparity. You see it. You see it. Come on now. What do I say from Common all the time? It don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine. It don't take a whole day. And what we're watching is something special. Cornelius, yes, he was that good with that shit receiving room. Brandon, he got sports reports saying that they need to see it from Justin, but Jordan Love will be good because of the Packers in 2018. So Jordan Love's just going to go in and step in for Aaron Rodgers and just be just as good. But you got to see Justin Fields do it. But Jordan Love gets the pass. Fuck out of here. And it's not because I'm a homer. I'm happy and I'm fortunate that he plays for us. But man, this guy is special. And don't get me wrong, I've said about Jared Goff, but Jared Goff has got limits. I know this will be the third year in that system. You're finally getting some wide receivers back, which is why I'm a little concerned about the Lions. But come on, man. When people say, well, Jordan Love, he's going to be great the next. Dude hasn't started the whole season yet. Justin started the whole season. And almost, if he didn't sit out that last game, would have broke the single season rushing record for quarterbacks. While having the fourth best QBR from week 8 on. From week 8 to the end. He had the fourth best QBR. You heard the names? Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. That's it. That's it. Those are the only guys who had a higher QBR from week 8 to the end of the season. And Justin's almost setting records, the second most rushing yards for a quarterback in a season. What more do you want this fucking guy to do? What more can he do? So all you people, all you Justin Fields doubters, Justin Fields, I need to see it, those type of people, sit back, get your popcorn, get a family-sized popcorn and sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. Because if Justin Fields has the fourth best QBR this year, with these receivers, with DJ Moore as the head of the snake in that receiving room, come on, man. Come on, man. What if Justin Fields has anywhere near the top 5 in QBR with this receiving room? Holy shit. He's going to hit 4,000 yards. I've said 3,500, 32 to 35. I say 32 to 35. But if he has the fourth best QBR all season, hell, 4th or 5th with this receiving core, come on, man. You've seen what he can do with talent. You've seen what this guy can do with talent. At Ohio State, he just sat back and picked everyone apart. Doo-doo-doo. Stood in the pocket. Gary Wilson, get open. Chris Olave, get open. I got you. And now that he's been working on his check, Brandon, I was just going there. God, man, great minds think alike. I was just about to say, now that he's got the check down game, give it to Khalil Herbert, Dante Foreman, Rashad Johnson, Treston Ebner. Things are breaking down. Let me get to the running backs. Go ahead and you do it. Now he's got a tight end. And they, you know what they just announced this morning? They're bringing in Mercedes Lewis, another tight end, to go with Tunyon and Cole Kmet. All he needed was weapons. All he needed was protection. Guess what? He got the protection. He's got the weapons. And and here's the thing that's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Why? Brandon, you're right. Our beat reporters, they got to do a better job. They have to do a better job. It's not all like Dan Reederer. Like, dude, if the sun comes up wrong, he's like, the Bears are gonna be horrible. Like, bro, it's nothing. He's just so negative. So negative. And there's a lot of them like that. If you can use those numbers to give us support, to put out a negative narrative, why don't you do it for a positive one? This is your guy. Get excited. Get excited. There's no reason not to be excited. And I still have it. Is there one position that was not upgraded this year? Please put it in the comments. What one position was not upgraded this offseason? What position? O-line, running backs, tight ends, wide receiver room, D-line, linebackers, corner or DBs. Give me one area that was not upgraded. I'll wait. Now, upgraded doesn't mean that you have a Hall of Famer at that position. It just means you got somebody in that position that's better. Overall, that group is better. Answer me that question. Riddle me this, Batman. What position is not upgraded? You're a fool. Oh, place kicker. Hey, Luis, it's upgraded with him taking those beatings, with his offseason addition, that quarter, and his working out with his guys in Georgia and Florida. That quarterback position is upgraded. Not to mention PJ Walker, not to mention the dude they had backing him up last year. They brought him back. So even that position is upgraded. Place kicker. Robbie Gold's still out there. And he knows how to kick at Soldier Field. Mercedes Lewis has a mean chip game. Yeah. He'll chip that defensive end on the way out to his to the route. That's something nasty. Yes, Brandon. He is. Luke Getzey said it. He's calling 2-minute drill on his own. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm just busting your balls, Luis. I'm telling you. Watch this. They're going to have it on NFL film soon. No, this year. I want him. I don't know if it's going to be as demonstrative. But remember that clip where Cam coming up to the line, they had him mic'd up. He's coming up to the line. He's like, oh, he's a mic. Oh, you want to do that? Okay, watch this. He checks something, check this, check this. Watch this. Set hut, boom, touchdown. Like I want to see Justin do that. I just don't know if Justin's going to be as cocky about it. That's the only thing. But it'll come. And the best part, is that what he said? Oh, you've been watching tape. All right, watch this. And the best part is Justin will come in the post game. Like, well, yeah, we looked at it and I saw what they like to do is they like to invert these guys. And so what I did here is I had him do this route and it worked out well for us. That's probably the best you'll get of Justin. Justin won't be that cocky son of a gun. Imagine if Justin, because don't get me wrong, Justin is overflowing with confidence. But he's not cocky. He's not cocky. I want to be a little more asshole-ish. For lack of a better term. You know what I mean? I would like him to be like Larry Bird, like Michael Jordan. All the shit that they talked. Larry Bird, you hear the stories, guys like, you know what, I'm going to catch it. I'm going to come off a screen. I'm going to catch this. I'm gonna hit this for a 3. Hit this 3 with off 1 foot for the win. Goes off, and then he's like, "I messed up. I left time on the clock." That's how I want. And the crazy part is the reason I want that is because it's a mind game. It's a mind game. I want Justin to talk shit because now defense knows, damn, this guy's been watching film. This guy understands what we're doing. This guy. So when you start thinking that, you're not necessarily going 100%. Because you're concerned, you're concerned that he understands what your job is, what the guy next to you's job is, what the group behind the next level's job is, and the last you understand. You're like, man, he knows what everybody's going to do, and he's going to just find a spot. So when you start doing that, now you're playing at a different level. Because trust me, when they hear post-game pressers, and Justin breaks it down like he breaks it down, that's telling defenses, shit. He watches film crazy. He understands what all of us are doing, and now he can pick it apart. Brandon, you're a fool. It's 8:30 your time, fool. Justin gonna be like, I saw what they want to do, then boom. We hit him with the pink. You are a fool, man. You are a fool. Did you have your coffee already? It sounds like it. Luis Mejia, we are putting the pedal to the metal, baby. I'm telling you. Yeah, he did. You're right. Eric Kramer said it last year. He improved. He goes, and that almost never happens in the season. It always happens in the off season. Great call, Brandon. Yeah. And by the way, we're looking to get Eric back again this year. I'd love to. We're working on that as well. This kid is special. This kid is very special. And now that we just got him a defensive stud. And listen, people are so caught up in names. Okay? People are so caught up in names. We didn't get this guy. We didn't get that guy. We didn't get this guy. We didn't get that guy. Just because they're not a big name, a popular name, doesn't mean they're not they're not going to be productive. Doesn't mean they're not a great fit. Doesn't mean that at all. It means it's someone else who you haven't heard of and that the front office believes is a great fit. This defense, with the upgrades, you got studs at linebackers, both of them. You got studs at safeties. Eddie Jackson, Jaquan Brisker. Actually got studs at a cornerback too, and Jalen Johnson. So 3 of your 5 DBs are studs. Both your linebackers are studs. We got 1 defensive end now in Yannick Ngakoue, who's a stud. So we have studs on this defense, but this defensive team is going to be greater than the sum of its parts, and we got some really good parts. With the addition of Yannick Ngakoue, we got some really, really, really good parts. And this defense is going to be better than the sum of those parts. People are going to be surprised at how this defense is shutting people down. How Zach Pickens is making plays as a rookie. Javon Dexter making plays as a rookie. Billings making plays as a free agent signing. Walker making plays as a free agent signing. Bell making plays as a free agent, as a draft pick, a late round pick. Why? Because you put it all together. So now that they've already dealt with the interior and collapsing the pocket from the inside, all they did was put the cherry on top and go get the guy who can make you step up. Oh, wait, you can't step up because there's pressure. Now what are you going to do? Now you got to get the ball out early. Now you want to get the ball out early? Now our secondary takes over. Our linebackers take over. Hats off to Ryan Poles. I say it every freaking show. Hats off to Ryan Poles for the way he's constructed this team. The hell with you fans. The hell with you writers. The hell with you podcasters. I don't need to explain a damn thing to you. I have a plan, and I'm adamant about it. I'm sticking to it. You may not like it initially. You may not understand it. It's not for you to understand. Because if you don't think in next year's draft he's going after a young edge rusher, you're crazy. If you don't think he's going after a stud edge rusher with 2 first-round picks, at least one of those he's going to get an edge rusher. And what if Javon Dexter is the generational 3 tech that we're looking for? Oh, snap. Now you got him for 4 years or 3 more years after this. Ryan Poles has done a phenomenal job. I say it every week. I'll continue to say it until we win a Super Bowl. Then I'll jump for joy and do the happy dance. Let's take one quick break. We'll come back and finish up with Bear Talk because I'm fired up. Lewis, you are a fool. You think Poles can help the White Sox? That's awesome. And I'll tell you what, he's going to take control. He's going to take accountability if he does. White Sox Nation would be ecstatic if he took over. Let's take a really, really quick commercial. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago, because this is the last break of the show, last break of the week. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Chi. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Texas Ranger to Tim Anderson.
This one flared over first and down, a base hit. So the leadoff man aboard against Scherzer. As this ends up in left field, that's a base hit off a cutter.
Bases are loaded. 3-1, and that misses, ball 4. So a bases loaded walk, and the White Sox score first this afternoon. It's 1-0.
And things get a little more difficult for the Rangers.
Left side, there's that base hit on 2 strikes for Gavin Sheets. 1 run is home, throw to the plate is late. It is 3-0 Sox.
Bring
up low, the first baseman. Swinging a broken bat roller that'll stay fair to third. Moncada's throw in time. Oh, what a play.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. Those are the good guys getting their butts whooped again. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? We were just talking about this Bears team. I'm fired up. I will be there Sunday. Sunday, they have the Family Fest over at Soldier Field. And I'm telling you, I am fired up about it. Fired up. All right, and trust me, it's going to be vanilla. It's going to be vanilla. It's just for the fans. Just another way for them to make money. Another way for fans to come out excited. And let's not get too concerned with the defense having a good couple of days. Okay? Let's not get concerned. Because offense had a couple of good days too. Okay? If I had to, who would I want to have a better to control camp? The offensive side or the defensive side? You give me that defensive side. Offense will come together. Let me have that. I would rather have that. So because the defense has a good day, so the offense isn't working. Oh, the offense this, the offense that. You realize how good this defense is going to be? People don't realize how good this defense is going to be. And once this offense clicks, come on, man. You can't. Once this offense clicks, it is going to be disgusting. It is going to be to the point where it's going to be like clockwork. It's going to be amazing. And I'm trying to tell you, people don't. This is going to be as good as the Chiefs' offense. This is going to be as good as maybe the Dolphins' offense. It's going to be that good. Because what the Chiefs and the Dolphins don't have, they don't have a Justin Fields. They don't have a guy who can score from 60 plus away, 60 yards out at any point. Any point. Patrick Mahomes ain't doing that. Tua damn sure ain't doing that. Not with his freaking concussions. You know, this is going to be fun. I'm excited about watching people, the amount of respect that they get, and watching people start to jump on the bandwagon. Watch them start to jump on the bandwagon. Yeah. I knew Justin Fields was going to do it. I just had to see it. I knew You know the real people. You know us. We've been telling you from Jump Street. Cornelius, you are correct. It's going to be a turnover creating machine. You're going to give Justin Fields and this DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, 2 6'5" tight ends in Cole Kmet and Robert Tonyan. You're going to give them short fields. You're going to give them 40 yards to go for a touchdown on a consistent basis. You're going to do that, and you think you're going to win? You keep giving those guys short fields? Come on, man. You better, man. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. And they're not even done. Wait till this team who's got good chemistry. And let's not even forget. What if Yannick Ngakoue wants to stay? What if Yannick Ngakoue wants to stay? He's old. He's 28. So he'll be 29. What if he wants to stay for a 3-year deal? In addition to the young guys that they bring in. Are you serious? In addition to Terrell Lewis, if Terrell Lewis can show that he has the first-round talent or why he was the first-round talent. You don't think Ngakoue is going to want to stay? You don't think people are going to want to stay around this electrifying quarterback? He might be the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today. He might have taken that title from The Rock. Because what you continue to forget, and people continue to forget, Justin Fields is extremely intelligent. He's not just a stud freak athlete. He's going to beat you at chess. He's going to beat you with his arm. He had to beat you last year with his feet. He didn't beat a lot of people. He only had 3 wins. But he sure as hell made a lot of people stand up and take notice. Sure as hell did. Sure as hell did. So let's get excited. I'll be back Monday. Cornelius, you wanted Terrell Lewis coming out of college. Yeah. He's a stud. He's from Alabama. And I'll be back Monday because I'm going to Family Fest on Sunday. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, if you're not friends with me on Facebook, make sure you become friends with me on Facebook. I'll go live from Soldier Field a couple of times at Family Fest. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I was at camp last week. Was it this week or last week I was there? I don't even know. But it's going to be cool at Soldier Field. And I'll tell you again what I see. I'll tell you what battles have taken place, how position battles have changed a depth chart, who else I think is going to look good. It's going to be awesome. I am going to meet up with Mondo and Armandito. I'm going to meet up with both of those guys. Yes, I will be there. Oh, you know what? This will be a good time to take a pic too. We'll get a good picture. So if any of you guys are in the Chicagoland area and you're going to be there, hit me up. Hit me up. Let me know. I'll be happy to take a pic. Happy to meet you guys. Cornelius, I met you, but if you're coming down there, hell, shoot, come on down. We'll take another pic. It's going to be a good time. Don't get caught up on these jamokes who don't know shit about football, or who you can tell their agenda is Chicken Little. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Oh my God, the Bears this. The Bears don't have this. The Bears don't have that. Ask them what position group was not upgraded. Just ask any of these jamokes who want to talk shit and just be negative Nancy. What position group was not upgraded? Because if they'll say, well, we didn't get a such and such. No. We did upgrade the group. Because we didn't get a Hall of Famer doesn't mean the group isn't upgraded. So then it's going to be like, oh, well, okay, well, we didn't get, okay, I guess kind of, yeah. All right, dude, sit down and shut up. Trust me. What position group did not get upgraded this offseason? What specific position didn't get upgraded this offseason? Running back, offense, right tackle, right guard, center, left guard, left tackle. Which position? You may have an argument for a center, but Cody Whitehair was a good center. We got to see Nate Davis play, because I don't know, he's been out like a crazy something gun. I don't know why he hasn't done. But man, people are just trying to steal your joy because it's so easy to be a complainer. It doesn't take a whole day to recognize sunshine. And I'm not saying other teams haven't improved this offseason, because they have. But none of those teams have Justin Fields. Man, 2 hours is come and gone. Whew. I want to thank my guy Steve-O for giving me those clips, put them together. Thank my guy Elliot Baez, executive producer, Clarence Counsell III, our social media guy, and my co-host Adam Sencha Maya. But more importantly, I want to thank you. This chat was live. Cornelius Jr., Brandon checking in. We missed you, Papa. Missed you. Good stuff. My man Luis Mejia in the Mickey Ficky house. Cornelius, Shawn, Patty. all you guys in the chat. I will see you guys Monday. I will be at Soldier Field on Sunday. I will give you a report of what I saw on Monday, who I liked, who I didn't like, who stepped up, some dark horses, some guys who really made a name for themselves. I'll let you know on Monday. So we're gonna take a 70-hour break. On the other side of the break, we'll see you on the same bad time, same bad channel, 9 a.m. to 11 on Monday, Central Standard Time. So for everybody here, guys, you guys are awesome, 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 awesome. This is why you make this the best Chicago sports talk show around. The best is your questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. We want it all. We want all that smoke. All right. So from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, have a great weekend. If you're in the Chicagoland area, it is going to be beautiful here. Beautiful over this weekend. Man, get it in. Enjoy it with your family, your friends, your loved ones. 83 today, 85 tomorrow, 86 Sunday. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Spend time with your loved ones. All right. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. Tell them you love them. All right. I have a wake to go to on Monday, a funeral to go to, a burial to go to on Tuesday. So please, speaking from the heart, tell your family members, your friends, people that you care about, tell them you love them. Let them know you love them. Because tomorrow is definitely not promised. Believe you me. I know that for a fact. Last Wednesday, I was getting ready we talked to my tia about what we're going to do on Thursday. And that's when she passed. So it sounds corny. It sounds like a cliche. Make sure you hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them early and often. Guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I will see you. I am out. I'm going to have a phenomenal weekend. Brandon, you asked me earlier. I ain't going to do shit. I'm just going to a family fest on Sunday. Stay home, look up some more, watch some more videos for the trading stuff that I'm doing. Just chill. Hit the gym a little bit. All right, we're starting to work on get back into tip-top shape. All right, folks. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I love you. I appreciate you. We'll see you on Monday. I'm out.